guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Right.
What's going on, everyone? AndCap24 here from HuddleGG. In today's video, we're going to talk about attacking dollar. Now that we've got this new patch, dollar is definitely coming back, and it's something that we really haven't had to face a whole lot this year because of the man meta. And it's something that, when I was going back and saying, dollar is definitely coming back, I wrote all these game plans in the beginning of the year. I'm an empty when it comes to the Cardinals playbook. And I'm forgetting what type of setups that I like to do. So what I want to do is I went right to our offensive coordinator, guys. So I'll show you exactly what I did. I went right to our offensive coordinator. I went ahead and picked our Cardinals playbook here. I loaded it up and I said, what do I want to go against, right? First thing I need to know is I need to go against the blitz, right? I need to know if I'm going against soft squats because it's going to be DB Fire 2. A lot of times they put them in cloud flats. A lot of times they'll even put them in deeper flats, right? So I got all these plays that I really need to make sure that I'd go against all your cover 2s, right? A lot of times what they'll do is they'll do a cover 3 sky or a cover 3 cloud when they do their adjustments. And I'm looking at it and saying, I need to start there. So what plays should I go to? And you can see all these plays populated when it came to what it's good against and what we should be able to use against dollar. So we'll go ahead and look at shock wide receiver option. And what we're going to do here is look at the video here is what is teaching us how to do it. And then over here, the setup, right? So if I just go to the setup, you're going to see here that this is what we're looking at. This is what we're going to recreate in today's video to show you how we're going to attack it. And according to our situations, it should be good against the blitz. It should be good against your hard flats, your cloud flats, your soft squats, and your deep flats. It should be good against cover 3 sky, cover 3 cloud, and really just give you an opportunity to attack a lot of these coverages. So this is something that I started with when I said, if I know I'm going against DB Fire 2, that's what it's going to go to, right? So let's test this, right? So let's go to our field here and we'll go ahead and look at everything it tells us to do. Let's set it up and let's go ahead and show you how we can make this play beat dollar in a lot of the DB Fire 2 types of setups that people are doing. So what we're going to do is call DB Fire 2, and that's what we're going to primarily go over in this video because a lot of people like to adjust out of it, whether make it into a cover 3 cloud, just kind of change the different stuff because they do want those 2 blitzers. So we'll go ahead and show you a lot of the variants that they're going to run. And we're going to run the shock wide receiver option, add the gun empty halfback wide. Like I said before, it comes out of the empty game plan that I did out of Arizona Cardinals playbook. But you can find this in a lot of different empties. You can also find it in formations like tray open. If you go over here and I scroll over, you see the shock H option. You'll see that it's the same route, same concept, right? So let's go over here, and what you're going to see here in the bottom right of your screen is the way that we have it out of the offensive coordinator, the actual setup. So you can see that we're duplicating it, right? We're going to put the B on the smoke screen, the A on the fade, the Y on the streak, motion them in, and put the X on a post corner. Now, if you don't have a post corner, don't worry about it. It is something that I feel is better when it comes to cover 3 and holding down the outside corners. So that's definitely a pro tip that you can use. But if you just want to use a comeback or a smart routed comeback, a lot of times it's going to do a very similar trick, just not going to be as consistent. So we'll go ahead and leave them on the actual thing so we can show you what the coordinator's doing. Now, a lot of people, what they're going to do is they're going to baseline press this, and they're going to go ahead and try their best to maybe move this guy in a little bit, just so that you can go ahead and get pressure on the quarterback. It's not going to matter because the RB does a really good job of getting open. I love this route because the B is going to hold down your soft squats and your cloud flats over here. So watch what happens here. All you're going to do is kind of step up in the pocket, fire this out to the slot receiver, and you're going to see how you're going to have a really easy, successful play. If you look at it on replay, what you're going to notice here is that the soft squat won't really move. It's because he's coded basically to take the first player in the flat. And you can see that the first player's in the flat. This guy never really gets into his radar because of the way he goes up the field first and then out. And until it's, he's by him, and then he's just not going to recover, right? So you can see then we're attacking the safety here with 2 players. One player is going to get up the field a little bit faster than the fade, and we're going to have an easy catch on the sidelines. Now, the first thing people are going to do is they're going to change their outside players here, right, to basically cloud flats, right? So let me just go ahead and do it this way where I'm going to change them to cloud flats, and they're going to think that's going to be the answer, right? Now they're in cloud flats. It's not the answer. And I'll just go ahead and do everything the way that we did earlier. Same thing here. And you can see that cloud flats will not change up how this is going. Just fire this over here, easy catch, and you got yourself that big play, right? And these are one of those plays that you're designing so that you don't have to even set up your blocking, right? You're getting it out of your hands so quickly that you're able to fire it over there before any of these players react. So here's the cloud flat again. You see how we're easily going to be able to throw it over his head, and you're good to go. Now, one of the things that people are going to change to is kind of a cover 3 cloud look, right? Now, they'll end up doing this. Well, first thing what they'll do, I'll go in progression. They'll put this guy on outside third, right? Then they're going to put this guy and they're going to make him go to the inside third like this, and they'll still blitz their players, thinking that, you know what, I'll take that away, I'm good to go. If they do that and they still want to blitz both their players, right? It's just going to be a dump off to the B, okay? Just want to kind of go over, what you're looking for in this type of situation. You're going to see that the RB is not really going to get open because he's going right into the outside third. You see this here. Now you just dump it off to the B, you catch your ball, you get yourself that easy 7 to 10 yards because of the way that it's basically done. Now, typically speaking, the user needs to go ahead, if you look here, and he needs to cover the tight end up the gut, right? If they don't cover the tight end up the gut, the 8, then you're going to be able to throw it to him, which is going to allow this player here as the user. He's got to cover him basically up the gut here. If he doesn't, if he respects it more, we're going to be able to throw this and get those yards. The fact that the user was way back there and he was able to come down is kind of the reason why this didn't go for more yards, but you can see how that is going to be an easy outlet for you. So the last popular way people are going to adjust with this DB Fire 2 is to do a cover 3 cloud look, where they're going to take the outside corner on the right and put him on an outside third, put the safety on the right on an inside third like this, and then take the slot corner and put him on a curl flat. And it's going to basically make a cover 3 on the right side, where it's going to be kind of a cover 2 on the left side, while still having the guy blitz. Now with this, if we go ahead and do the same exact thing we're doing, move these guys in like this, right? And then put the B on a smoke screen, the X on a post corner, you're going to see that you have a nice opportunity of throwing your tight end in the seam on the right side. Now, do notice that I do have an X factor lit up for universal coverage or whatever the case it is on the right, so it does react a little bit better. But if you're able to kind of just step up in the pocket, wait for his to turn his hips, you're gonna have that ability to throw that ball in that little spot pretty successfully, as long as you don't go ahead and back up the quarterback too far. And that's a route that I do. Now, this play was actually not designed to beat dollar. It was just something that we went into our offensive coordinator and said, can this beat dollar? And you can see all the things that we were going to do. If I was to go against any other coverage like this, and do like a cover 3 sky, this actually does a good job of beating cover 3 in the seam. And that's why it was designed this way, right? It's where you put the A on the flat, the A on the fade, the Y on the streak, move them over, put this guy in this. When you're looking at, a cover 3, you're going to see that we're going to hold the player basically in the middle and be able to hit the Y in the center, right? So this is kind of how you're looking at it here. You're going to see how you're going to have that ability to throw this and get a really big play over here against cover 3. And that's what it was designed for. When it goes against dollar, it's a little bit different because of the way the guy releases. But when we take other plays that we design and say this can beat cover 3 against anything, you're going to have that ability to basically attack that way. And then you can go ahead, look at our offensive coordinator, show you what it can beat, know that it can beat dollar, and we kind of showed you exactly how that works, guys. So that's basically just a way that, show you how to beat, DB Fire 2 and all the variations using one play, using our offensive coordinator tool as that in-game, that preparation type deal that says, you know what? Even though I wrote all this when it comes to the offense, I need a reminder. That's what I love about the coordinator, is that I can go in there and say, instead of going through all the game plan and trying to figure out what's best against what, we can go ahead, put our filters in, and have a lot of success, guys. So check out our website. $9.95 unlocks all of our game plans. Definitely something that you're going to be able to learn Madden and be amazing at right away. Check out our offensive coordinator if you guys are interested in that. It's definitely something that will take your game to the next level. We appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you on the next video.